I wanted to do a tutorial today featuring Lisa Eldridge. She just came out with some new lipsticks. They're amazing. I'm featuring her darkest one in the Blue Velvet collection, which is called Velvet Midnight. I kept the eyes kind of simple, so if you want to learn, keep on watching. Today I'm going to do a quick tutorial. I'm headed off to work to do a bridal trial, and I thought, hey, let's try out a couple new products. I was in LA a couple days ago and stopped off at the Glossier store and picked up a couple things that I've been kind of interested in. Nothing groundbreaking, but figured I'd show those. As well as I did indulge myself in the Lisa Eldridge new velvet lipsticks. So I ordered myself a couple of those. I ordered Velvet Ribbon, and I wore that the other day, and that red, it's the prettiest red lipstick. The texture, it's not dry, it's very matte, but it's comfortable, and it stayed all day. So I'm gonna actually do one of her other ones. It's called Velvet Midnight. It's very, very dark. So I'm gonna keep the makeup pretty simple. This look is definitely about the lips. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna just mist my face down because I am gonna use a little bit more of a matte foundation. I'm going to start off with a little bit of Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector. I want a little bit of kind of a glowy complexion. So I'm going to just go in and kind of hit the high points as I would usually do when I'm using anything that's kind of glowy. And I already put moisturizer on and prepped my skin. So I'm just going in and just kind of pushing that through mainly the high points of the face. I wanted to feature a different foundation, but I'm just going to go in and use the Infallible. I feel like this tutorial isn't really much. I'm not going to talk too much about all the products I'm using, exceptions maybe for the new ones. I squeeze a little bit on the back of my hand and kind of grab from there as I need it. Like I said, this foundation has really good coverage. It's definitely on the full side. So have you guys actually, any of you, gone to the Glossier stores? I know that they're kind of popping up everywhere. I just hadn't been yet. And it was so cute. I loved the experience. So it's nice. They have like multiple stations kind of set up. So you can just kind of go in and just kind of play with all the products, which I think is really smart. I hit my eyes because I'm not going to do much for eyes as well. But I do want to kind of take down any veins or discoloration there. I also just picked up the Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and this is exactly that. It's pretty full. You don't need much. I'll probably even actually end up overdoing it. Just kind of a few of those places that I want to brighten. Anybody else is feeling like their skin is starting to get really flaky and dry? Mine, I need to do some sort of peel and get some of this dead stuff off. So with this kind of a look, if you are going to use a really strong lip color, I really like to make sure the skin looks really nice and even and get any sort of discoloration out, because otherwise I feel like it kind of competes with the lipstick that you're using. So if you have any sort of redness or discoloration, you really want to make sure you're concealing anything that is red or really noticeable on the skin. And I might add more, we'll see. I'm just kind of doing this in stages, kind of like I normally do with makeup. I think it's nice to kind of start in small stages. You can go in and work your way and add more. I'm just going to go in and just fill in my brows a little bit, using up this pencil that I've had. I'm going to go and curl my lashes. I always like to get a little bit of a lift before I do anything, and I'm not really going to do much with my eyes. I think I'm going to keep it kind of simple. Maybe throw in a little bit of an inner corner highlight just to make sure that the edges of my foundation are nice and blended. I'm just spraying a little bit of that Fix Plus and just checking the edges. pretty quick right there. An inner corner highlight. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury, one of her palettes. I think this is Vintage Vamp. Kind of do this inner corner just to brighten. There's like this little soft pinkish shade in here. And take my finger and just kind of make sure to press that in. Under the brow. And then just kind of buff that out, push that in with my fingers. So I'm keeping the eyes pretty simple, a little highlight, and then I'm going to go in with a new product that I got from Glossier. It's their Lidstar, just in this fun tube. The color is Fawn, is the one that I got. So it's kind of this taupey plum shade. Comes packaged like a gloss, and you basically just tap on. You can use a brush. Sometimes I am actually going to use my finger and then probably go in and just blend it out, make sure it's blended well, because I just kind of want like a wash of this, because again, the focus of this look today is about the lip. I don't want much going on with the eyes. So just like a wash of something really simple and glowy, because the lipstick is very matte. So you can build these up too if you want it to be full on and more intense, which is nice. You can just layer. But what's great is once they're on, they dry and then they stay put, which is really great. I mean, I think if you're spending time in the morning to get ready, or time in general at all, you want to make sure that things stay in place. I really think that these are really fun for people who like their makeup to be kind of minimal. I think it's kind of a fun product for something like that. And I'm going to do a little bit of blush, almost a deep kind of rose, but I love that kind of shade with anything kind of bronzy as well. So these do come out quick, so just be really careful. And the texture is almost, if a cream and a liquid were to have a baby, it's a little bit of a loose kind of a cream in a way. It's not super thick, so I just take a little bit like that, and then I'm going to use my finger here and just kind of push that. And I'm just kind of tapping this right on the apple of my cheek. And then I'm going to take a little brush and just softly blend the edges out. This is actually really pretty on bare skin. I think I actually used this in one of my videos. I want to say it was the blue liner, the more modern blue liner that I did. If you haven't checked out that video, I'll link it, or you can just go and check out some of my other videos. And again, this product you can build. I actually love these on the eyes too, because I'm not using bronzer or anything really to kind of warm up my complexion besides the blush. I'm just kind of taking whatever's left, hitting a little bit on the chin and the nose, and sometimes just through the outside portion. And then I do like to go back in with, I feel like I always do this, I feel like it just kind of presses everything together. We're almost done. I'm gonna just talk about this lipstick for a second. So comes in this, I actually got the Blue Velvets, which have 3 shades, and I'm just going to show you the darkest one in the collection. It's called Midnight. It actually looks like velvet, this lipstick on the outside, the coating. You can use this like a stain if you just want to use your finger. You can just go in, grab a little bit, and just do small layers, but I'm going to go full for this. I'm going to get a little bit of a lip brush. I like to press my lips together. I don't necessarily like to rub because I feel like it ends up kind of going a little further than I want. I'm just going in and shaping the edges. And I'm sure you're going to see a lot of tutorials if you're somebody who likes to watch makeup tutorials on all these lip colors. I'm going to go in and blot in just a second. I'm doing layers so I can get it really nice and saturated. I'm just going to go in and clean up around my lip a little bit with some concealer, just taking a really, really small amount. And if you're too afraid to wear it this full, I would say try it like a stain, where you can just use your fingers, a little bit of that concealer with a damp beauty blender, and just make sure I have some brightness going on under my eyes. Deciding if I feel like I need any more blush. I don't know. I kind of feel like this could be good, but I'm just going to tap a little extra out. Work it into this brush. That adds just a little bit more, which I think I like. Brushing up my brows to give some texture. That's it. Simple, pretty easy, really dramatic lip, but clean skin. Like, subscribe, follow if you'd like to see more. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you.